live. Hello. I put on my glasses so I could see clearly. Let me see. I mean, I can see, but honestly, it's a little better with those on. Okay. Um, it's late, so I don't know if anybody will get on the live right now. I will pause momentarily and see what happens. Let's see here. Okay, I'm just reading the things that show up on the screen. There's always some new like icons. You know, YouTube is always doing little updates for creators, so I'm trying to keep up with what's happening. Anyway, hi, two people. It's late, so it's a little after 11 o'clock at night here in Belize, which means I think it's 10 o'clock-ish in California, and whatever, I think I'm on Central Time. So depending upon where you are, it's late, y'all, sorry. And I know it's a weeknight. It's, what is it, Wednesday? Hey, Glennie. All right, people are checking in. What's going on, y'all? So I did this very last minute live because I posted some pictures from here in Belize on my community tab. It might have been today or yesterday, I don't really remember, and asking about my gray. So I decided I'm letting my gray hair growing. And then, hi, Darlene. And then I went back and I checked. I'm like, oh, great. And every single, it was like maybe 8 people or 5 people or something were commenting on the gray. They're like, yes, let your gray grow in. And I'm like, yes, I'm so happy to hear that, because I have a couple of friends who are like, oh my God, would you please dye your hair? And I'm like, I don't want to be dyeing my hair forever. So this is where I am with it. You know, it's a couple of months worth of natural growth. You know, the blonde stuff was cute and the DR and all that stuff. And English or Spanish, what does that mean? I don't understand that comment. Hablo español, and I speak English too, obviously, and French. Anyway, so thank you, those of you who commented on the gray. I appreciate you. I appreciate the natural look too. It's easier. I mean, it is a little frizzy. Anyway, so I'm here in Belize, and for a few more days. We are on San Pedro Island, which is, I think it's the largest of the keys off of the mainland of Belize. So I'm not on the mainland part of Belize. We flew into Belize City, and then we took like a little puddle jumper. It was like a 17-minute flight up and down onto San Pedro Island. And so they have these keys. It's spelled Caye, so it looks like K, but I'm pretty sure it's pronounced key. So we're on Ambergris Key. Thank you, Darlene. Appreciate you, girl. So we're on Ambergris Key, and there's like Key Cocker, and I forget the bunch. It's like an archipelago, right? All these different little islands. So this is the largest one. I believe it's like a mile wide, but like 40 miles long. So it's pretty long. Um, so this particular key is known for having apparently like world-class diving. If you're into scuba diving and seeing all the marine life and the the barrier, the reef, I think it's actually next to, not far from, somebody says by the Great Barrier Reef, which kind of confuses me because I thought that was down by Australia. In any event, we did go snorkeling yesterday out in this, it's called Hol Chan, this channel where I guess it's like the because the reef, a big coral reef, it slows the waves down. And so you can hop in, and it's not like you're, because we were way out in the sea, in the Caribbean Sea, right? Like in the ocean essentially, where normally you'd probably get swept out to sea. But I guess because of the reef, the coral reef, it slows down the wave action. And it was still kind of a lot of effort to get around there, but you could see, we saw barracudas, we saw a nurse shark sitting on the bottom. I'm 6 feet 2 inches tall, and there were some, like a school of fish, maybe 10 of them. They had to be my size. They were huge. It was the largest living fish I have seen, like right there. This swam by me, and because the guy just like, look over there, and I forget what it's called, something. I was like, oh my, and at first I didn't see him. I'm like, oh, what? And they all moved all of a sudden. I was like, oh my God, so many, not sharks, so many fish. So that was cool. And then, oh, thank you. Somebody gave me a thumbs up. Thank you. Appreciate you. So that was the first part. Oh, and stingrays, all the stuff that normally I would not really be trying to be in the water with, but it was cool. And then so we did like maybe 30 or 40 minutes in that spot, and then we got back in the boat and we went to another place called Shark Ray Alley. So the deal is that they throw chum, like ground up fish and stuff, off one side of the boat, and then anybody who wants to get in can get in. What's completely wrong? I'm not sure what you're talking about. Anyway, so if you want to get in, you can get in on the other side of the boat, not where they're feeding the sharks, on the other side, and swim with the sharks. I wish I could do like a cut in right now and show you my crazy behind. Of course, I'm like, I'm going to swim. They were nurse sharks, for the record. Nurse sharks are apparently harmless. They're not into hurting people or bothering us at all. And they were like, just stay about 6 or 7 feet away. They're like COVID distance. So I said, okay. So I got in. It was a little unsettling. It was a little unsettling because, because there had to have been maybe 20 sharks. It just, they all came up to the boat. I think they know that when the boats get there, that's what is the attraction, right, for the tourists. So they know that when the boats come, they're going to get fed, and they're not worried about the people in the water with them. So, but you get in under the boat, there's just all these sharks and also other big fish swimming around, and some more stingrays and stuff. So, anyway, so that was interesting. So the point though is that Ambergris Key is known for this incredible marine life, and it's like a nature preserve. Anybody can't just go there, and you can't just like anchor your boat. You're not allowed to touch anything. Don't touch the coral. Don't touch the fish. Like, do not disturb anything. So, and I've done a lot of snorkeling over my years, right, in all kinds of different places, and I've seen lots of pretty fish and coral and all the things. But I will say this was actually a pretty nice experience. Um, this is my first time swimming with sharks. Maybe my last. I'm good. I can check the box. I did it. My son he went too, and he's like, nope, I will stay in the boat and I will take pictures. And so it was cool. This is my first time to Belize. I will say my impressions of San Pedro. My impression is that it's really just kind of a rundown little island. I mean, we're going to go to the north side tomorrow, I think, to a beach called Secret Beach, which is very improperly named because it is not a secret at all. Like, everybody's saying, you got to go to Secret Beach, Secret Beach. I'm like, okay, it's not a secret. But it's supposed to be really pretty. So I rented a golf cart, which is the way everybody gets around. You rent a cart, and it's like a 45-minute drive. I was like, in a golf cart? And they're like, yep, it's just how you do it. So we'll go up there, check it out. They got umbrellas and little, places to eat, whatever. I'm looking forward to trying some of the local Belizean food, but I think it's kind of similar to Dominican food and Cuban food. It's like beans and rice and fresh fish or whatever. Unfortunately, we missed conch season by like a week or two. I really wanted to have some fresh conch. I did have a little bit the first night we got here. I had ceviche, and it was so good with shrimp and conch and, sliced onions and the whole, it was very, very fresh and delicious. But San Pedro, we're on the south side. And so there's a south and the north, and there's apparently a little bridge you drive over. Haven't done that yet. Pardon me. So I will let you know if there's a significant difference on the north side, because the hotel we're staying, we're in a townhouse right now. This townhouse is fabulous. We're at the Hilton Mahogany Bay, it's called. It is beautiful, beautiful. Upstairs, down here, I don't know if you can tell, these are like maybe 10-foot ceilings. It's gorgeous, gorgeous property. The Marriott has a property here called the Alaya, which we might have stayed in, but I kept looking at the website, and I could have sworn it said no kids. I thought it was adults only, so we didn't go there. But we stopped by yesterday, and there's definitely kids there. So anyway, has anybody out there ever been to Belize? It's my first time. For those of you who don't know anything about Belize, they do speak English here. It was formerly a British colony like so many other places. It used to be called British Honduras. But it's definitely a mestizo culture, meaning very mixed. So you'll see very like black looking people here. You see people who look like me, people who definitely have that Mayan kind of more Indian look, like indigenous kind of look, because to the north is Mexico. Like really close. You can take a ferry for like an hour and be in the Yucatan Peninsula of Mexico. And then to the west is Guatemala, and then down below us is Honduras. So it's the only English-speaking country in Central America where English is the official language. They do speak Spanish here. In fact, I've been using my Spanish, And they also speak some Creole, which is, I guess, a blend of whatever. In fact, I was talking to a guy, I went to like a private beach the other day, talking to this brother who looked like very dark skinned, kind of either Jamaican or whatever. And he was saying that their Creole, he said, no, I was talking about Haitian Creole for living in the DR. And I said, is it like that? And he's like, no, we cannot understand Haitian Creole. Theirs is different because I guess the Haitian Creole is mixed with French. And anyway, but it's a very mestizo, meaning mixed culture. So you see all kinds of different looking people here. Everyone's really friendly, no drama. I feel totally safe. I haven't been out at night because it feels like there's not a whole lot to do. And like I said, it looks really run down. And so I'm not inspired to go out at night for any reason. Plus, I'm kind of like, I'm good. But the water's beautiful. Like I said, the snorkeling was awesome. We went to, as I said, a private beach the other day where we had those above the water cabanas, which are very nice, and did some canoeing and, the water hammocks. Like it's been just straight up lounging big time here, which is what I needed because I've been like running on full steam for a long time back in LA. And so let me tell you about the Mayans. Okay, so I was going to do a Mayan ruin excursion to go see like some of the pyramids and stuff. Like many years ago when I was in Mexico, I went to Cancun and did Chichen Itza. If you guys have been there, Chichen Itza or Tulum, right? So we're not far from that stuff. But apparently the Mayan civilization, which is one of the most advanced civilizations that has been around, was all up in here, but not on this island. You have to go to the mainland part of Belize to do that stuff. So I was gonna go and do one of those excursions where you saw, you could see a pyramid and there's all kinds of caves and like they did human sacrifices. I don't want, that's called the ATM cave tour. I don't want to see human remains. Apparently you can go in there and you can actually see human remains. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see where they were sacrificed. That's too spooky for me. But there's other caves with like stalactites and stalagmites and stuff that's like thousands of years old in addition to these pyramids. However, it's been very rainy, right? We have been getting sunshine. It's super humid, like in the high 80s. But the rain has been so significant that I think it's just messed up a lot of the rivers in terms of getting there and the driving. So I'm like, I'm good. I'm going to pass on that. I really, really wanted to do it at first, but now I'm like, no, I'm okay. So I think we're going to go, like I said, to Secret Beach, probably tomorrow, and then maybe to Key Cocker, another one of the keys, which is supposed to be very laid back, and just check out what that's about before we leave. When we arrived in Belize City, and we just did the quick, before we got on the little puddle jumper to come over here, one of the guys in the airport was like, oh, welcome to the party. I know, what did he say? Not the party island. He said, oh, welcome to the island. No, he said, you're going to the island that never sleeps. I was like, oh, am I? Okay, like I don't know. Is that what it's about? So I think this may be like the party spot, this San Pedro. I don't know. I used to be a party girl. I'm not really a party girl anymore. The other thing is that probably 4 guys in the airport coming here Belize airport commented about how tall I am. And these are not like short, short people, but apparently, like in most places in the world, they're not used to seeing very tall women. I'm a very tall woman. So I got a lot of comments on that. Brothers are still checking for me. But no, people are super friendly, as I said, and yeah, I like it. Oh, hello, how could I forget? Wildlife. So there are crocodiles in the waterways, like right outside here. So you can't see it now. I wish it were daytime. I'd show you outside of my window. There's all this greenery and there's this little canal. And they have signs in some of the areas saying, do not swim here, with a big, picture of an alligator or a crocodile in there. Do not feed the wildlife because there are actual crocodiles, I have to sneeze, in the water. It's a little unsettling because we took this little water taxi to a private beach the other day. And on the way, they're like, oh yeah, well, crocodiles nest all around here. And I was like, well, wait a second, is there a sign that they understand when we get to the beach, don't come on the beach? Of course not. But somehow, maybe it's shallower water. I don't know what it is, but I did swim. That's where I was canoeing, right? And I was a little concerned at first about do the crocodiles understand, I'm in their habitat, what's up? But they have howler monkeys here. I don't think they have them on this island, but if you go like into the jungly part on the mainland, like had I done one of those um, pyramid excursions, the guy told me, "Oh yeah, you will go through and you can hear and maybe see some of the howler monkeys." Again, I'm not sure if it's alligators or crocodiles. I think it's crocs. I'm not quite sure. I know the difference is a snout or something. Anyway, they have those here. All kinds of parrots and lots of wildlife, beautiful birds and critters and jaguars. Jaguars are here. Don't necessarily want to see a jaguar up close because, for obvious reasons, that's a bit much. But I love the fact that they are here. They are not endangered, apparently, which is great news. So if you're into wildlife and nature and exploration and history, Belize is a great place to come because it definitely has a very rich history. The colonialism, I'm always kind of sensitive to that topic. They have not been independent for that long. Initially, it's like indigenous Mayan culture, what have you, and then the Spaniards were here. And then the British came. I don't remember the years. I just read this the other day, but like 1890 something, let's just say. So not that long ago. And then in 19 something, not so long ago, they became independent from Great Britain. However, Queen Victoria is still on their money. I'm like, get rid of Queen Victoria on your money, Belize. Like, you're now Belize. You're not British Honduras anymore. Put somebody else on your money. That's just my opinion. The best meal. So they have a lot of jerk stuff here, like jerk chicken. I actually haven't tried it yet. Sorry, I've been cooking because we have a whole like setup here. I would go downstairs except it's late and I don't feel like all that. But I've been cooking because it is expensive. I don't think fish. Absolutely, trust me. I'm trying to get some fish. That's what I really wanted the conch. But like I said, conch is out of season now. Lobster, I think we're in between the conch and the lobster season. So I was really bummed to hear. Like, that was one of my first questions actually is about the food. Because when I go to places like this, I want to eat what the locals eat. But we're in between conch and lobster season. Um, I will be getting some fresh fish. You can get the whole fish apparently on this beach we're going to go to. That is one of my reasons I want to go up there because I want that fish. Give me the fish and the beans and the rice. I'm like a salad and I'm good. That's all I want to eat every day. But I've been cooking. I think it's very much like what you would imagine to be typical Caribbean food. Plantains, fish, like you said. Who are you, by the way? Bird Breakfast Club. Yeah. I'm not commenting on that. Yeah, but I think it's kind of traditional, what you would imagine as traditional Caribbean food. Oh my gosh, let me tell you the produce. So I've been shopping at these little like stands. I went into a grocery store for like some of the bigger things, like pasta and some juices, whatever. But these roadside stands, so people have all the fresh watermelon and peppers and oh my God, what have I, all kinds of fruit. Oh, the little eggs that are outside. I got some that are pink. Avocado. Oh my God, they're like Dominican avocados. The big ones, like they're as big as my hand and creamy on the inside. So, so good. I've been eating those up. Carrots and cabbage and I mean, all kinds of stuff. All kinds of stuff. I made like homemade coleslaw with no mayonnaise. Sauteed some peppers and onions and I mean, just crazy. It makes you want to cook, right? It makes me want to cook anyway because the food is so good. Thank you, Bird Breakfast Club. I appreciate you for that. So the food is good. What I've had, I mean, like I said, I've been doing my own cooking, but I have had I think I had like one little meal or something. Whatever. Anyway, I will let you know about the food. And what else can I tell you? I don't know a lot about Belizean culture, other than that, like I said, it is a melting pot. What's that, Raj? It's a melting pot culture. As I said, people look from the way I look to very indigenous Mayan to very dark, more like African, Haitian, Jamaican looking people. I think people here sound Jamaican. In fact, I asked a guy who looks kind of like a mix. He looks just Latino type, but he sounded really Jamaican. And I was like, "Are you from Jamaica?" He's like, "No, I'm just from Belize." He said, "That's just our accent." So it's just there's a bunch, and obviously Jamaica is just not that far away on a boat. Cuba's nearby. Look on a map. Look on a map, and you'll see where Belize is. We are on the east coast of Central America, so Caribbean side, and I know, like I was in Costa Rica like as a teenager, way back when I was in Costa Rica. But I was on the Pacific side. I did a student exchange then, and I've been to Panama, and I was on the well, I went on to both sides of Panama actually. The Caribbean side is just prettier. The Pacific Ocean is like kind of brownish and like that dark brownish green. The Caribbean is the blue. That's what you want. So if you have the chance to go visit these different places, and you can decide which side, I always prefer the Caribbean side. So I love Belize because it's all Caribbean. It's Caribbean and then it just goes inland and then you hit Guatemala, and I guess Guatemala backs up to the Pacific side. Um, you're saying you can drive to Belize from Los Angeles? Yeah, you can drive, you cross the San Diego Mexico border, right? And then just drive all the way down through Mexico and then you're in Belize. That's what I'm saying. So when I was researching coming here, some of the different things to do, like excursions, whatever, you can take a ferry. So we did the puddle jumper from Belize City to where I am now, to San Pedro. But you can also do a water, they don't call it a water taxi, a ferry, like an hour and some change ferry. But the problem is that our plane, the arrival and departure time, both ways, wouldn't allow us to do the ferry. I wanted to do ferry one way and plane the other, but our schedule just doesn't allow that. So, but you can also take a ferry to, is it Quintana Roo maybe in Mexico? I forget, but you can do a ferry to a certain part of Mexico. You can do some like excursions there and then come back that day, or you can spend a night in Mexico and then come back. You can go to Guatemala. Like if you come to Belize, there's a lot of stuff you can do because everything's so close. Um, what else can I tell you? That's probably it for now, right? That's a good little taste of it for now. But what I'll do is I'll get on. If I can't do a live when I'm out tomorrow, I will do I'll just record some stuff and then upload it so you can see some of the environment. I can't record when I'm driving the golf cart. I will show you the golf cart, but it's, it's a little golf cart, what you'd expect. But I'll show you some stuff. And that's it. Right now I'm chilling in my room. Chilling in my room. Okay. All right, guys. That's it for now. Peace and love. Thank you for the 2 thumbs up. Whoever those 2 people were, I appreciate you. If you have not yet subscribed, it is not too late to subscribe because it does make a difference. In fact, YouTube? Yeah, they're always doing different things for creators and stuff. I'm not on that much anymore, as you know, but I'll try to. In fact, the reason I came on tonight was because of some viewers. So if you guys say, hey, put some more stuff up, I really will try to come on, especially since I'm away now in Belize and there's some cool stuff to show. I'll do that. So on another one, thank you. I see number 3. Number 3 thumbs up, whoever did that. Thank you. I appreciate you. You just subscribe. Thank you, Bird. Thank you, Bird. I appreciate you. Subscribe, people. Okay. And if there's anything you want to know about Belize or whatever, I also, just so you know, sent a request into my people in the DR about, hey, do you have any more properties you want me to talk about, to show? I'll be happy to show them. So I'm waiting to hear back from them about, condos in Sosua or Puerto Plata or villas in Las Terrenas or whatever. And when I get that information, I will share it with you and keep you posted. Okay? So thank you, Darlene. Mwah. Love you guys. Thank you for the thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe. Talk to you later. Ciao for now from Belize. Bye.